I recently had the chance to visit the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. I found this great garden center and had a nice chat with Trila Phelps about transplanting orchids. These orchids are so beautiful. I'm with Trila Phelps, who is a longtime orchid enthusiast. Trila, why are you so excited about orchids?
Well, the colors are amazing. They're exotic and they last a very long time and they're really easy to take care of.
Now, particularly this variety of Phalaenopsis, or the butterfly orchid.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this as the starter orchid for someone who's never really gotten into it?
Yeah, I usually always do. And then people that are going to buy housewarming gifts, something like that, where you don't really know what the light conditions are.
Yeah.
This is pretty easy and safe gift to give.
How long could I expect Phalaenopsis such as this to last with as many buds as we have here?
I'd say 3 to 4 months usually.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you think about the flower power. If you were buying arrangements to go on the table to last as long as 3 or 4 months,
right,
it would be terribly expensive.
It would be, yeah.
Well, you know what I love about the Phalaenopsis is that there's virtually an orchid for every room of the house and every color palette.
Yeah, anymore. I mean, it used to be that they'd only be available one time of year and it was usually in the winter.
Yeah, show me how you would assemble this, because I know it's really as simple as 1, 2, 3 done.
Normally we ask them not to take it out of the pot until after it's finished blooming, because sometimes they can drop their buds and you don't want that to happen. So we would try to find a container that maybe both of the pots would fit into, and I kind of call this faking it out.
Okay.
So when we bring somebody in, they may have their favorite pot, or we'll find one for them, and we just kind of squeeze the root balls, and we get it in just below the lip there, and then we cover up all our mistakes. And this is a preserved moss, and it's just really soft and easy to use.
It's beautiful. I love that sharp chartreuse color. It's electric.
Yeah, and I think it kind of makes some of the other colors pop.
It's very good in this terracotta pot. And let's talk about staking, because now with this arrangement we have the grower stake, which is a metal stake, but there are all sorts of interesting natural ways to give it a little support.
Right, pussy willow is great. Normally the growers use like a little clamp, or maybe they'll have a little twist tie that you'll see up at the top.
Yeah.
And before you totally take it off of that, we normally kind of push this in there to replace it. Once we get it in place, then we remove the grower stake.
I see.
And that way we kind of know what they're already doing.
Yeah.
And so, and that just takes a couple of minutes. And they're not as fragile as they look. Sometimes we get a little afraid to handle them, and
yeah, well,
they're pretty tough.
They look so exotic and so glamorous.
Right.
You think they are fussy, but they're really not fussy at all.
No, they're really not.
Just a tip about light, because you have so much experience and you've literally grown them in the dark.
Right.
With fluorescent lighting. What do you suggest?
Well, for the Phalaenopsis, low light is great. It's used to growing on the floor of a forest, if you can kind of just imagine its natural habitat.
Right.
And so just filtered light is fine, but not intense, too hot.
Yeah, the longevity of the bloom is compromised with too much intense light.
Exactly, and that's something to keep in mind too in the winter, not by the heater or anything like that.
Yeah.
Try to keep them on the cooler side.
Well, I've found that my rule of thumb with them is if I'm comfortable, they're comfortable.
Yeah, and that's a great way of thinking about it, because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. You have to wonder just how many teachers really get an apple on the first day of school. Well, I've got an A+ idea. Why not give your teacher an orchid? Just take a look at this glass apple-shaped vase. Perfect for planting an orchid in. It's very easy to put together. You see, you just start with some red confetti. What you want to do is fill the jar and shape a hole in the center by pressing the confetti firmly to the sides of the container. Next, remove the orchid from its original container and place it into a plastic liner, and then put the orchid inside the jar. Next, place 2 rulers into the plastic liner. You want to be careful not to cut into the orchid's roots. Now you want to remove the original clips and supports from the orchid and tie the stems to the ruler with a coated wire. There are holes in the rulers to run the wire through. Okay, now take the 3rd ruler and just run it across so you can attach it to the top of the other 2 rulers. You can see you're creating a support for the stems. And last, but certainly not least, add a little moss to the base of the jar and some to cover the wires holding the rulers in place. You see, this whole idea is meant to look like an apple, so try using slightly green-colored orchids that will act as the stem and leaves. This is the perfect gift for the first day of school, a teacher's birthday, or just a gift of appreciation. You'll get top marks for this smart gift. Whenever I step out to a party or a gathering, I always like to take the hostess or a host something special. And it shouldn't be any surprise to you that I like it to come from the garden, like this gorgeous orchid. Now you can give the traditional bottle of wine, but that usually doesn't last very long. Unlike these orchids, well, they'll bloom for months and months to come. You see, this is really easy to assemble. You just place an orchid in any container you like and make sure that you have a plastic liner. Cut a couple of fantail pussy willow stems or some other type of stem and place it in the container near the stem of the orchids. Now go ahead and remove the original supports for the stems, but use the original clips to secure the stems of the orchid to the pussy willow branch. Next, cut a few strips of raffia and tie the orchid stems to the pussy willow, and then remove the clips. The pussy willow serves as a decoration and a support for the orchids. Now cover the base of the container with moss. Then place it in the center of some tissue paper, gathering some of the paper around the container. Then use a rubber band to wrap around the outside to keep the paper in place. Now with this distinctive gift, it'll ensure that you get an invitation back and then some. I have to say, I really enjoy coming up with ways to use orchids throughout my house. The reason why? Well, they're so beautiful and they last for so long. Now, I also like coming up with ways to add a little fun to the decor. Take, for instance, this container. This is actually a bathroom waste can. It's made of porcelain, or I should say ceramic, and it was really affordable. So I thought, hey, why not use it for an orchid container? You see, I started with just a piece of styrofoam that I placed in the bottom of the can to give the orchid a little lift. Then I removed the orchid from the plastic wrap that it was purchased in. Now remember, when removing the plastic, take it off from the bottom to keep from damaging the orchid, and try not to grab the stem or the leaves. Now place the orchids in a plastic liner and place them side by side in the trash can. Next, you'll want to remove the clips and the supports from the orchid stems and place them with something a little more decorative, like this kiwi vine. This will be the new support for your orchid stems. You can see the kiwi vine adds a whole nother dimension to the composition. These curvilinear and biomorphic shapes really accent it beautifully. Now when you're tying the stems to the vines, do it with a coated wire instead of raw wire. This will keep the stems from being damaged. Now you'll see that I added some moss to the base of the container just as a filler and also to hide the liners. Plus I also used a little bit where the wires are tied to the stems. This just kind of covers up where that is. It also adds a decorative touch. Well, that's it. You can see what a beautiful display now I have for the bathroom. And hey, it's in a trash can, but that's just between us.